Hi everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Power of Youth Plus, where diverse perspectives shine. I'm your host Myrna. Today we are on the campus of Beijing International Studies University, where we'll be discussing culture, cultural preservation. Since they're having their International Student Festival here, my colleague Jackson went around to ask students what is their favorite aspect of Chinese culture. Jackson, take it away.
Hi everyone, this is your friend Jackson. So we all know culture is a bridge to bring people together. So what's culture in your eyes and why should people care? I'm right here at the Beijing International Studies University. Let's go and figure it out. Which aspect of Chinese culture that interests you the most?
Architecture.
Oh,
At the top, there's the usual rooftop of Chinese houses, which I really like actually.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. It helps to improve your health. Also, it is a kind of meditation.
I learned Chinese calligraphy at my young age. It also represents a person's image in a different way.
China is the future, so it's a quite important point to know how to speak Chinese.
The main interest is food. In our country, we don't care about the quality. We just care about the food. Here, health, the color, the visual, and the taste. Everything, it has like high standards.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's always happy, everybody's always really friendly, and everybody's always wanting to help if anything happens.
That's super nice though.
Going to go with Chinese Ayis dancing in the plaza. At least in my country, this type of activities are not offered to older women.
People who's seeking for a future retirement come to China to do square dancing. Come to China.
China is the best place to be retired.
Hey Myrna, I got all of these answers and it's your turn.
Thank you, Jackson. And before we get into the answers, please watch a video for Beijing International Studies University. Okay, so hi guys! Welcome to our episode. Can you please say hello to our audience?
Hi. Hello.
So basically, as I've said, Jackson went on campus to ask your fellow schoolmates what is the aspect of Chinese culture that interests them the most. So we have the top 5 answers right here. What do you guys think is the top 5 answers? Does anyone want to have a go?
Language?
Language. Unfortunately, it is not on the list.
I'm gonna go with calligraphy.
Calligraphy. Yes, absolutely. Calligraphy was one of the top 5 answers. Calligraphy was rated as number 4.
Oh.
A lot of students did pick calligraphy. Do you want to try again, anyone? We have 4 more answers.
Okay, and I think martial art, yeah, martial arts.
Martial arts, no, but something a bit closer to that.
Wushu.
Wushu,
Try again.
wushu should be the Chinese name of martial art.
Anything else you see around campus that's happening a lot? Something young?
Yeah, food.
Tai Chi. Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
Well done, honey. It is our
What is it?
first
Tai Chi.
answer on the list.
Wow.
So we got 2, 3, 5. What do you guys think your students have picked?
How about Chinese tea?
Chinese tea. Well
tea, yeah.
done, Nafisa. Chinese tea is number 2. Do you guys like to drink
Beijing
tea?
Opera.
Yes, a lot.
Well, the answers are just popping off right now.
Wow.
Well done. And then we have one
And
more.
last one, I think.
The last one is quite interesting and is one of my favorite actually too.
How about paper cutting?
No, but a bit close, I would
Close.
say. Have you guys ever heard of shadow puppetry?
Oh.
This was among the 5th
Wow,
answer.
shadow public.
Have you guys ever seen a shadow puppy show?
No.
Not yet, maybe soon. It's quite fun. They have like little people dancing and they tell the story and everything. But well done, guys. That was quite a fast unveiling of all the answers. So if I ask you guys, for example, which one is your favorite? It doesn't have to be on the list. Nafisa, would you start?
I'm gonna go with Chinese traditional medicine. Because I know some international rules is that
some people, when it gets to Chinese traditional culture, it's always like picking opera, paper cutting, calligraphy. Yeah. But I think one of the most enjoyable Chinese traditional culture for me is like traditional Chinese medicine, because my mom is a doctor. So when I get back home, go back to Xinjiang, my mom always gonna often asks me to go to the hospital to see the doctor, take the pulse, and do the cupping glass. Do you guys know cupping glass? No. They have a glass and put the fire in it, put that in your bag. They have a purple circle in your bag. Yeah.
I think why Chinese medicine is quite popular because it's not like harmful for your body in a sense. It's more like for prolonged treatment.
It's kind of like when you finish the process, you will feel really
comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried Chinese medicine?
It's really comfortable.
Cupping or
I've tried it before.
Acupuncture.
Really? I've tried it before, yeah.
What was the experience
I didn't have
like?
the pictures on my phone. I think it's not bad. Just as you said, the acupuncture part. Before doing it, for me, I really thought it's gonna be hurtful, because looking at how they are even inserting those things inside your body, I thought it was really
interesting,
hurtful.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's really amazing. Of course, the first time I did it, it was really amazing. I really enjoyed it.
Did you?
Really enjoyed it, and I was telling my friend, wow, it's not hurtful. Everybody should come around and do it. At least experience how it is.
Yes. Well, since we are in your campus right now, there's a very exciting cultural festival happening. Honey, I see something blue and shining on the way. Can you share it to our audience? What are you wearing exactly?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my country's traditional dress. This is called like longji. It's kind of like a long skirt. Yeah, longji.
Longji.
And also men also wear this kind of like long.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not the same. Not like
Not
this.
that similar.
Not similar, but like they're also kind of like long. So for other foreign people like us, it looks like a skirt. It's like a skirt.
Really good. Looks really good.
Jerry,
I want to try that.
bring you a male version.
Maybe you want it?
I think it's very nice. Next time when you are coming, I mean, come and give me one of them.
Okay, just tell me which color you want.
The blue. All right. Nafisa's from Xinjiang. I saw a very familiar hat with you. Can you show us as well?
Yeah, it's like a traditional headdress from Xinjiang Uyghur nationality, and it's called huamao in Chinese, and in Uyghurjia it is doppa.
Doppa.
Yeah, it's like we used to often wear it as like it used to mainly use as a love of taken between couples.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Couple hat.
Yeah.
It's beautiful and it's quite familiar. I've seen, I think, Dilraba on her dances. She wears them on her head,
really
right?
Great, but it's not just
for dancing.
Not just for dancing. Yeah. For like as many traditional festival or big event at home, we will often wear it, but not as frequent as before because everyone has their own lifestyle,
modern style of life.
Yes, and. So it's like a personal choice.
Yeah.
And I really like it.
And it comes with the dress sometimes, right?
Yeah.
The beautiful.
I haven't had it.
You don't have the dress with you today, but the hat is very nice for our audience to check out, right?
Yeah.
So thank you all for showing us a glimpse of your culture. And for our audience who may not be so familiar with your culture, for example, Jerry, could you tell us a bit more about the traditional cultures of Ghana?
Like I said earlier on, in Ghana we have different tribes and each tribe has its own style of doing things. They have their own way of culture. Yeah. So for instance, let me take Fanti for instance. I'm a Fanti. So in Fanti we have something like Apatampa. That's a style of dancing. So when it comes to Fanti way of dancing, Apatampa, and we have the Asante. The Asantes also have their own way of doing things. They have something like they have many ways of dancing, and food. When it comes to diversity of food, they have many. Yeah.
Basically, you want to say, if you want to know more, please come to Ghana and check it out.
Of course. I welcome everybody to, come to Ghana and check it out. It's not easy at all. It's very, very amazing. You really enjoy it.
Yeah, well,
of course.
We'll go to Ghana, all of us, and visit Jerry, and he'll probably teach us some dance.
Even in China here, some people will be like, so in Africa, do you use your hand to eat? Like they've not seen some before, so when you talk of using hand to eat, it's always wow. Because normally they use either chopsticks or not even the spoon and other stuff. Because in China here, using spoon and forks is very. It's only few people that could use spoon and fork. most of them are using chopsticks and other stuff. Yeah. So when they hear of African using hands, somebody was like asking, why? Isn't it painful? Because they feel like, oh, the food is hot, and you are all of a sudden you just have to insert your hand in and other stuff. So they feel like, wow. Then this is amazing. I think when you try it yourself, you enjoy it yourself as well.
Yeah, definitely. You always need to ask more questions and to get to know a culture more rather than just reading the news or watching videos and being like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. Myanmar, tell us a bit more. Other than the beautiful dress that you just showed us, tell us a bit more about the traditional cultures there and what you're going to be showing in the cultural festival.
Oh yeah, first of all, there's one thing that we share the same culture. Well, we also use hands.
Hands.
Yeah. Like when we eat, we use hands too.
Oh, really?
For us, mi fan and also even with soups or something. So we use hands. But for me, after eating that, it's a bit difficult to wash your hand because of the spices and those things. So the smell it stays on your hand. So I don't like it. And also I don't know how to put it in your mouth properly. So the food, they don't go in.
It's fun that you found something similar between your cultures.
It has techniques. It had techniques. So for me, I'm not professional there.
I think she might not be able to do it. Looking at how she's even making the hand.
Oh yeah,
because she's a Chinese and she hasn't done it before.
Oh yeah, we have
it's
Drafen.
Yeah, we use hand too.
You use hand.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for Drafen.
I'm learning a lot today about different methods of eating that I didn't know in Ghana, Myanmar, and Xinjiang. Everybody uses
hands to eat.
That's interesting to know. In Jordan, we have a dish called mensaf, where traditionally men also use their hands to eat it. They make it a bowl and they drop it in.
Most of our
I use forks, but I mean it's part of tradition, as you guys said.
Only men or
women too, but I've seen men do it more. I assume us ladies, we prefer the utensils probably. All right, so speaking of different cultures and how you guys all come from backgrounds with thick and rich, diverse cultures, is there an issue right now where we feel like young people are not understanding the culture as it used to be? Do you feel like the young people right now are embracing culture as they should have been, back in the day?
With this, I will speak on behalf of my country because I really understand my country, the situation we are in and other stuff. Yeah. So I think the use of internet and other stuffs are really not giving we the youth time to study our culture. But you see, country like China, how they've made their internet system, no matter who you are, you still have to, you get to know more of their culture on the internet. But in Africa or in my country, it's never like that. Yeah, so now, most of we the youth, we are just deviating from our culture. But thank God, now our president, the government has also put measures in place for that. So now our schools, most of our schools do cultural things, and it becomes compulsory for you. Yeah, it becomes compulsory for everyone to learn the culture. For instance, when I started university, I was doing all these things, and it's compulsory. You have to go to class, study about our culture, pass an exams on it. So I think that's also
to know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Because if not that, then I could say most of our youth are now getting familiar to the Western culture. We're deviating from our local culture.
It's so popular, like you said, online, and a lot of young people spend a lot of time on the internet, and they see a lot of what they think is viral and new.
Of course.
But would you feel the same thing? Because I feel like here in China, a lot of young artists or performers, whether it's Peking opera or Chinese calligraphy, they're actually online, attracting more people to check them out.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of people stick on Chinese traditional culture, because lately I was really interested about the Chinese rap. There's a lot of programs like China New Rap, and I'm a singer. There's a lot of remarkable songs from this show, right? And I know some of Chinese Xinjiang rapper is really famous now.
They sometimes also merge different
viral
songs and stuff.
Yeah, and I know one
Are you going to share it with us?
Yeah, I know one rapper from Xinjiang called Ai Ruo.
Yeah.
He has a song like 千里万里. I really like that song. And I have foreigner friend. When one day he comes to me nephew, do you know this song from Xinjiang called 千里万里? I said, yeah, what happened? He was like, this song really makes me want to go to Xinjiang and get to know this place. I was like, okay, that's really great. Yeah, that's the point
song
of
opening a new window for people to see the
that's,
culture.
that's the great way to get to know the new culture. So I think music is the best way to get this traditional culture viral and get to let more people know about traditional Chinese culture.
Music don't need language.
Yeah.
Definitely. Speaking
Now I'm
of,
also interested. Now I want to listen.
probably after the show, Nafisa will send the song to you and to our viewers if you're interested to learn about the song. Thanks for sharing this.
I'm also interested in getting the songs.
Okay, no problem.
How about I sing it to us like one
little
sentence or?
I know one line.
Yeah.
It's called like 故乡啊，千里万里，亲人啊，带我欢聚。
It sounds like really like traditional something rhythm.
Yeah,
The
it's like a
rhythm
mix.
sounds like there's a modern pitch to it, but the words are quite traditional.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
it's beautiful. Love that. Music kind of brings all cultures together, don't you think? Tell us a bit more about Myanmar, because like the blue is still attracting me right now. So tell us a bit more. I feel like you haven't shared too much.
But the cultures are like changing in young generations. But I see it a lot, like that changing. Normally in our language, we kind of like respect a lot to older people. For example, if like you walk and if there's like older people, you have to like bend your body.
Respectfully.
Respectful. You have to bend your body when you like cross in front of them or something. And also like if you sit somewhere and if there's old people, you have to. You cannot sit like they cannot sit on the floor and you are sitting up like upper like no. So we have to like give them seat and we have to sit on the floor or something. But these young generation, they think like being rude and like not care. I don't give like
not
or
understanding
something.
the
That kind of behavior is kind of like a cool lifestyle. So they don't give respect. So they think so like the language and their behavior, they're like less and less like respectful to all like people.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think her cultural identity is almost similar to mine. I always do the same thing when you see an old man or someone who is older than you, for instance, carrying something on the head. You have to.
Help.
You have to help. You understand? Have to help. But most of our generation now isn't like that. And I think the cause of it might be the internet, the access to the internet. I mean, they just get access to every
Telling
access
you what's cool and what's not.
Of course.
And, like, other
So
people's
I think they try to copy it and other stuff. And you know, now to our constitution too could be part, because now I think we have a freedom of speech, freedom of doing things. Everybody have a freedom. You have the freedom to live, freedom of a whole lot. You understand? So when I do things and I do things in accordance with my own whims and caprices, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you cannot rebook me on what I do, because I can see you for that. Yeah. Why should I help you? Is it by force to help you? Yeah.
Like
So
I have right. I have
right.
not
Yeah.
to-
So I think the rights given to we the youth now is also
a lot of freedom to like do whatever you want. But it's interesting that you found a lot of similarities between cultures. I mean, in China and the Arab world as well, also like respecting the elders is quite popular. But as young people right now, I'd really like to ask you, why do you think preserving the aspects of culture is so important? Because as you said, the internet, with globalization, a lot of traditional things are, like a lot of them might be gone soon. So like from your young perspective, why do you think it's important to keep culture alive?
Let's start.
Jared, like
We like to listen to it.
okay. Culture depicts the history of our people, our ancestors. So if I know the history of our ancestors, let me take this for instance. Now I know the history of Confucius. I know the history of Levi. You understand? So in case in his lifestyle he made a mistake in it, this will serve as a what? As a history to me, as a learner. So I don't repeat past mistakes in life.
like the footsteps of our previous generations teaching us how to go through it with life.
How they go through in life. So this will make me not repeat past mistakes done in the past. I, as a learner, I will know it very earlier, so that in case I'm going that lane, I'll just divert to the right side. Because let me take China for instance. China, in the olden days, they have a lot of what do you call it, 成语, a lot of idioms. So when you
Proverbs and idioms and
of course. So when you read these idioms, I think it gives you knowledge on
why they came, what was the story behind
Of course,
them coming?
in case you are doing something which is bad or something, you just get yourself.
May we ask you, is there
aware.
an idiom or a proverb that is your favorite here
Oh.
in China? Oh,
For
I bet
proverbs,
many.
I have many.
Ready, he's
Is there one
ready.
or two you'd like to share them?
For instance, I know this 天王回回.
Ah.
天网恢恢，疏
Yeah.
而不漏。
Or even, Joey, would you like to tell our audience what that means? 'Cause I bet they're like, huh?
Yeah.
That 天王回回, it's like no matter what you are doing, even if nobody sees what you are doing. For instance, you are hiding yourself to do something, but they believe that
Someone is watching.
someone is watching you. So whatever you are doing will live after you. Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, that's beautiful. Looks like you are here for only 8 months, but looks like you've gotten the proverbs and the
course,
culture
of
in. So as a last question, being international students here in China and having something like the cultural festival to share your culture, after coming here, did you feel like you have a lot of opportunities to like share your culture in another country?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah?
A lot.
Honey?
Like for example, we are really kind of like really near neighbor country. But I found out that like not so many Chinese know about my culture or something. They just know like the name of my country, but they don't know what is the culture, what do we do. They don't know anything about it. So like I think now is like a really good opportunity for me to share about my cultures and foods and something. Like to have like more connection between me and some Chinese friends.
Well, sitting with you guys, since you all come from like different continents, different countries, I feel like you all feel a sense of like, you feel like, oh, I relate to this point, I relate to that point.
Of
And I think that's really the beauty of like
Of course.
culture and preserving culture. So, as last question, as young people representing the history and culture of your own country, what do you think is your next step in sharing your culture with the rest of the world? Do you think there's any big plans in the future of something you'd like to do to share your culture? Nafisa, for example?
Because I'm from Xinjiang and I'm Uyghur, there is a lot of opportunity to teach someone my mother language.
Oh.
Yeah, because my mother language is Chinese. Chinese is my second language. So I think there's still going to be a lot of chances to show people how we speak, how we like
your language and your music, for example, and your food, and just like the way of living, perhaps?
Yeah.
Definitely. And for Honey?
Well, for me, like I'm really also having interest in doing some vlogs, like YouTube vlogs or something.
Definitely.
And these days I've been like watching some Chinese like vlog. For example, like, the Chinese who are living in foreign countries. Like they cook Chinese food and then they share with the neighbors and the friends. And I love the reactions. You know, like they love the Chinese food. So like more and more, even though they're living in those like really far Europe countries or something, but they know more about China. So I also want to do like this.
I love that.
Yeah, so I'm also like in foreign country for me too. So I can cook in my dorm and like share with my foreign friends. And also when I go out, I can also wear this traditional dress and like share.
Yeah, I sense a bit of fashion in your future endeavors. I sense fashion going viral from Honey. And lastly, to wrap up with Jerry.
Okay, how I'm going to preserve my culture and let others know about my culture. Just as I said, the internet, it has good use as well as it has bad uses, you understand? So for now, what I'm also doing is, to use the internet to let others know about my culture. I know it's not that easy. It's not that easy. And whenever I get myself, wherever I find myself to, I try to let people know about my culture. For instance, today is our cultural day, right? So though Ghanaians in the school, we are only 3, but we've put measures in place that we are inviting Ghanaians from outside campus. They are all coming for us to, display our culture to other people. So I think, in this way, I'm also trying.
Well, we look forward to all your future projects, and I think what I've learned so far today is sitting with people, students from different cultures, but yet there was a sense of like connected between you, and you're like, oh, I also do that, or like we also do that, which basically says like the world is connected in the end of the day, and humans, like to human interaction, is so similar in the end of the day. So I do think that was a beautiful talk. So thank you all for being here.
Oh,
Thank you for inviting us, for watching our episode. This was the Power of Youth Plus, and we will see you in our next episode.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.